This is a demo of Face Forensics F2 face recognition software being used to identify dead bodies. Because a face is soft, there are a few sharply defined features to work with, the main exceptions being the eyeballs and the clear edges around the eyes. So when the eyes are closed, as in the case of corpses, face recognition systems won't work properly. Matching is made still more difficult if the face has been damaged. You're looking at the main F2 screen following a normal open eyes search. The face we want to identify is on the right, and the top matches are displayed on the left. At the top of the screen there are three tabs. The Connections tab describes the database that we want to search. PersonDB shows the individual records in that database, and the Person tab brings up the search window where we'll drop in faces that we want to identify. The database we're searching contains records for about 5,000 faces across 1,500 people. I'm going to start by showing how F2 works with open eyes, so I'll drop a different face into the search area. F2 immediately finds the centres of the eyes, marks them with crosses, and uses them as reference points around which it encodes some 1,600 features of the face. When I click the Recognize button, the top matches against the 5,000 faces will be determined. These are displayed virtually instantaneously together with each person's name and the match percentage. As you can see, the top 4 matches with this search are all correctly of Raymond Jenkins. Now I'm going to use the same image of Raymond, but with the eyes blanked out to simulate them being closed. Here's what happens. When I click Recog, the system doesn't find any matches of Raymond because it doesn't know where the eyes are, so it can't find the anchor points it needs to be accurate. To address this, I can use F2's partial face recognition capability. When I select this, F2 displays a generic facial template, which I'll come back to in a minute, but I will click the Closed Eyes button on the right. If I now drop in the image of Raymond's face with closed eyes, I can use the scroll wheel on the mouse to enlarge it so that I can see the eye area very clearly. I can now estimate where those eye centres are and set them manually. And if I now click the Recognize button, then Raymond comes up. In fact, 3 images of him come up out of the top 4 entries on the match list. I mentioned earlier that the face could be damaged such that we can only use part of it. In this case, we can crop out the undamaged part and position it on the generic facial template, and then once again use the scroll wheel and the mouse to match the partial face to the size of the template. If I do that, here's the full image, and we'll crop out the left side of the face as we look at it and copy that into the main image area. Now, as you'll see, it's way too large, so I will now reduce that using the scroll wheel until we come to the same size, which is going to be, I think that's not bad actually. I can move the nose down to match, so the 2 images match, and I can move the eyes in or out in order to have the face be as realistic as possible. What I can now do is I can once again set the eyes manually and click the Recognize button. And in this area, or in this instance, all 4 images of Raymond have come up at the top of the match list against the 5,000 images. Because we've got much less detail to work with, in some cases the correct match may be slightly further down the list, but it should still be near the top. F2 includes a gender filter, so if necessary we can refine the search results further using this. What this brief demonstration shows is that by combining 2 unique capabilities of F2, identifying faces with closed eyes, and partial face recognition, bodies with their eyes closed can be readily identified even if significantly damaged. Thank you.